Thank you for staying here and not leaving. All right. So my name is Carmelo Milian. I've been working in the IT service management industry for probably more time than half of you were born, and and I've learned a couple of things on the way. So we're going to be talking. Uh, Play. We're going to be talking about the emerging of real world assets in the metaverse, and I think the best way to talk about this is to give a brief history of Polka City and MetaChain, the company which I'm the CEO for. How did we get from the beginning to where we are today? All right, so the first thing is metaverse. Let's talk about what is a metaverse and what isn't, right? So the first, I think we should talk more about what is not, right? So what is not a metaverse? Meta, Facebook, that's not a metaverse. All those 3D games that they call metaverses, they're not metaverse. Polka City, we are getting to become a metaverse. I cannot say in my heart that we're 100% metaverse because we're not. We're getting there. So why? So what is a metaverse? A metaverse is an alternate, right? An alternate place where we want to be. Why we want to be there? We want to be there because it has to be transfer of value. So what does that mean? A metaverse is this place where we want to be because we're going to feel fulfillment. We're going to feel fulfillment emotionally, or we want to feel fulfillment in our pockets, right? We want to get that money back. So to start the journey, how did Polka City came to be? Right? So my son, who's 11 years old right now, he was back then probably like 8 years old. He was always telling me, "What do you want for your birthday?" "I want Robux." "I want Robux." And Robux, I say, "Okay, so here's Robux. Here's Robux." I mean, you are a Robux millionaire. Why do you need so much Robux? "Oh, I want to buy this car, and I want to buy this and all that." And I'm like, "Oh, that's perfect. Can you sell it back and get that money back?" It's like, "No." It's like, "Ooh." So that's when I started to think, how about a video game, something like Robux, where you can actually own what you purchase and you can sell it back, right? So not even, I wasn't even thinking for profit. I was thinking just so you don't lose your money, you can trade it back and do all this. So that's where we started. Polka City started as a 2D taxi city where you can buy the taxis and trade them and all of this. And we are actually very community oriented, and people started asking for more and asking for more, and we started, listening to our customers. So it became a 3D GTA style, like Grand Theft Auto, a game where everything is an NFT. So that's the Huobi NFT. Huobi gave it away to their customers as part of a marketing project. We have plenty of cars. We sold a Lamborghini once for more than the actual car. So it was like, wow, and that's when I started thinking, okay, so if somebody buy a Lambo in a video game for more than the actual car, why not give him the car, right? Why not start thinking turn? So that was in the back of my mind, right? So we built the Polka City metaverse, right? Because we're still working in a way where everything was an NFT. We have an art gallery. When we started, also Polka City was during the pandemic, and nobody was going out, and people were home. So it was a good time. So we have an art gallery that's basically people can submit their own NFTs in digital art, and people go around the art gallery and they can buy NFTs. So another thing that was big 2 years ago is everybody was buying a picture of a monkey for $1 money, right? All the apes. And I saw that moving a lot. I'm still not a fan of that kind of NFTs, but they work their investments for many, and it's a way where people store value, right? Store money, and they can move it around. So fine. So we started building and selling the NFTs in the game, right? Then, okay, all right. So then we started thinking about profitable NFTs, right? So if you want to have a metaverse, there has to be emotional value, it has to be transfer of value, financial value, and we started thinking about all these NFTs and how they can make money. So we have built NFTs, like we have a disco where the disco owners, they actually have DJ equipment and they can mix music and all that, but we have a screen where they can project their own videos they post it in YouTube and they can post it there. They can have private events, they can charge, and that alone is started building that disco economy that we're doing. We have other NFTs like the tax collector, we call it, right? So this NFT sold like crazy, and we have a bridge, and all those transactions for those bridges that moving, they're going to those owners. So basically what we're doing, we're building a metaverse. Everything in the metaverse is an NFT, and people own those, and they get the value, they get the economical benefit of those transactions, or those ATMs. We have ATMs, we have a whole bunch of other NFTs. So what is a metaverse again? And where we're heading to that transfer of value, right? Economical value, and building an entire metaverse economy. So Polka City has its own token, which is called POLC, P-O-L-C, which when we launched, it was in the bear market too. It was like, wow, that's token is flying. Then the bear market came in, like everybody else. Everything got more difficult. We kept developing, and we are still, I would say probably like 70% of our metaverse completion. We keep developing, and we're getting developed for the bull market. All right, so another thing that we started thinking is, okay, so we sold land in Polka City, and then started thinking, well, so every time we sell the Meta Plus that we call it, they will sold out in minutes. So if we're selling 100 plots, in 10 minutes, sold out. And then we started actually having people fighting for those plots. And we have to launch more and then do private sales and do all these kinds of things because people will get angry that they couldn't get them. We didn't want to sell something unlimited or crazy because if you buy a piece of land in the metaverse, you have to go there and find your place. This is mine. I can sell it and resell it. So it's not just selling crazy things like some other people do. They sell you unlimited land and they go. So then my line of thought again, so we're selling all this land and all these NFTs and people are buying them and they're owning something, just a little piece of digital place where they can do marketing, they can do social gatherings. We saw mansions where with boats and they can have meetings and all that and all that. So, but we started thinking, okay, so how about real property, right? How about actual owning something? So I think that's the next evolution of NFTs, right? NFTs were just a digital value where people can move around. So the next evolution of NFTs is NFTs that represent real world assets. And so I went to El Salvador. I met with President Bukele, and I saw properties. And you guys familiar with Bitcoin City? No, Bitcoin City? All right. So Bitcoin City is the president of El Salvador is building Bitcoin City. Bitcoin City is a city it's near a volcano where everything is going to be cryptocurrency world. El Salvador, Bitcoin is an official currency of El Salvador. Everybody has in their phone Bitcoin wallet and you can go to any little shop, to buy pupusas or to buy Doesn't matter, they accept Bitcoin. And so this city is where a lot of businesses are starting. And Polka City, we're working with them so that we're going to have a little, kind of like a little neighborhood. So when you buy a property in the neighborhood in Polka City, in the metaverse, you actually own a place in that city, in that place. You own a little house or a little coffee shop or whatever that we're tokenizing into Polka City. So that's how we started using the real world assets and developing. That's taking quite a while because it is starting slowly, but it's moving steady but slowly. In the meantime, we started looking at other places, and we found a place in Medellin, in Colombia, and we actually working now in buying a real hotel where all the bedrooms of the hotel are they're kind of like little villas, and people are going to own them. So say to give you an example just out of my top of my head. So this hotel is a $1 million value, right? 1 million USDT, to put it, and you don't have to buy an entire room. Your investment can be $200, or it can be 200,000, or whatever it is that you're buying there. You're actually buying an NFT and owning a piece of that hotel in Medellin. And if you can, I own this NFT, I own part of this hotel. You can go to Medellin and you can go there and say, it's true, it's something that you can, concrete, metal and glass, right? And you bought it as an NFT. And as easy as you bought it, you can move it to somewhere else. Hey, so I'll send you this NFT. It's making this amount of money per quarter, and so on. So, for example, that hotel in Medellin has a return of investment of 5 years. So, in 5 years, that hotel is going to be giving you back your investment. If it was $1 or 100, in 5 years you get it back. And after that investment is returned, we sell the hotel and distribute the sales proceedings amongst the NFT holders of all those rooms. So, and then we go again and we buy another one. And the goal is to be doing this in every city, in every major city where we see the possibility of having a full hotel. And when we went to Medellin, that was crazy. I mean, so much need, right? So this hotel is going to be a hotel where we has a restaurant, a bar, and it's going to be kind of like a WeWork area where in the lobby you can have meetings. If you fly there, you stay there, you bring your customers, you can meet there, and all that kind of things. So that's that concept. So while we're working on this in Medellin, then suddenly that hotel that we're buying is actually part of a hotel chain. And they decided that instead of selling us the hotel, we can work something out about getting involved with the entire hotel chain to tokenize assets and do this model. So that's, and I cannot announce it because they told me no. They told me no announce. And it makes sense because until everything is not signed on paper and finalized, we cannot, discuss what's going on. So that's real property NFTs and how we. Oh, I got a slide right here, and I was looking that way, and I have it right here. Right. Then. There we go. All right, benefits. So we're doing all this. So I already explained you guys my journey. How do we get to real world assets, and from where we started, right? From my kid asking me for more money for Robux, to where we are today, buying hotels for our investors. Who our investors are? I don't know. They just buy the NFTs online, and I do know a few of my investors, but there are people like you and me that just got involved and are part of the project. but the investors are not big investment companies or anybody that came out. This is a project built by the people for the people. Which brings me to say, um, I've been in many conferences right now, and we see a lot of competition. I think competition is healthy. We see a lot of things. So I will tell everybody, let's uplift each other. Let's try to help each other, because if we try to put others down, other projects or other competition, we actually taking down ourselves. So we always keep that in mind. If you have a project or you're involved with one, uplift others too, even if they're the competition. Competition only makes it healthier. So the benefits of real-world assets, first of all, is the undeniability, right? I can say this is mine. Remember the old days where people own a land and then they couldn't prove it? This is my land, and I know it's mine, so I have to go to this department where they have all these paper records, and they cannot find it or whatever. So that's one of the benefits of NFTs and real assets. It's undeniable. You can track it. The blockchain doesn't lie. If you own it, you own it. You have the keys of the wallet. Keep them safe. Don't give it to anybody that's calling you and telling you that they're going to give you support to do anything. So I'm inclusive, right? So that's another thing. So we're doing that Medellin hotel, for example. Who are going to be the investors? The investors can be anybody from anywhere. There's inclusive. There's not a thing that they have to be Bogota citizens, or they have to. No, it's worldwide. So it allows us to be, to be more inclusive, right? A person from Dubai can be part owner of that hotel chain in Colombia. And it's agile. The agility of actually, this is my NFT, and I want to sell it to another person. It's just a transfer of value and ownership right there through a wallet, right? So the NFT is not going to say, Carmelo Milian owns this property. No. The holder of this NFT owns this property, and so on. So that's the agility, that the blockchain gives us. Also, ability to show that you own something is going to be a lot easier, and also to transfer, and it's fast and secure. How fast, and secure it is. Think about when you're in a bank, they're doing this when you do a transaction for fiat, right, for money in a bank, you can see that they take 24 hours for your deposit to be in the bank. And it's just a database. They're just doing all this manual labor or justifying the fees that they're taking from you. But when you have a blockchain and you're moving one asset to another one, it's as fast as the blockchain is, right? Which brings me to another thing. So, whoop. Go on. Oh, all right. All right. So when we started Polka City, another lessons learned, we started in Ethereum, right? And then we're selling an NFT. Somebody was buying an NFT that would cost them $1,000, and the transaction was $2,000. Because it's not the same thing as sending an Ethereum than actually sending an NFT. When if you buy, you dealing with a contract. That contract is going to mint a new NFT, send it to you, a customized unique NFT, and so on. That takes a lot of gas fees when you're doing Ethereum. So then we went to Binance Chain, right? And much better, lower fees, but still, when we started building games inside Polka City that are high transaction games, it started to accumulate. So that's another thing. So we had these games in Polka City that transfer all these NFTs multiple times in a game, right? Okay, perfect. So we were doing this, and the customer, when he's moving the asset and doing all this, he has to pay the fees. He's paying the gas. So the customer, we as a customer, keep paying for it in the end, right? So what we did is we decided we need a fast blockchain with zero fees, right? Zero fees, fast blockchain where we can easily integrate into the game, so you can have a little game that has 100 transactions within the game, and we don't have to, first of all, interrupt the gameplay, because when you're doing transactions inside a game, if you're using MetaMask, which we use MetaMask for transaction, then MetaMask has to open, you have to do the transaction, come back to the game. MetaMask opens, so because we couldn't afford to be paying all those gas fees, the end user has to pay for the gas fees. So how we can do this? So we decided to build our own blockchain, and that's the next evolution of my journey. So we built MetaChain 1, which is a zero fees blockchain that allows us to, within the game, do all these transactions and move assets and move NFTs without having to interrupt the user and without having to pay gas fees or pass that expense to the end user. So they have all these NFTs, they can move them around in the game and not even worry about it until they need to actually breach the NFTs or the tokens, and then even though when they do this, MetaMask opens and it says zero gas fees, and you just press continue and you transfer stuff using MetaMask or Trust Wallet and all of those with zero gas transactions. So that's how MetaChain was born. And the next step, so if we have this blockchain, we have our game in Polka City, which is a game, it's a metaverse. So another thing that I forgot to say, a true metaverse, unlike Meta, a true metaverse actually integrates multiple universes, right? So a metaverse is not to be owned by Polka City. It's supposed to be a place where I'm in Polka City, but there's another gaming little metaverse also that where you can from that one travel to Polka City, and from Polka City you can travel to that one. So basically we have portals where you walk into Polka City. If you go to the hotel and you want to get into that hotel, when you're walking in, you're actually going into another world, which is the entire hotel, another verse, and so on. So we can integrate all these partners and gaming companies to be part of Polka City, and so that those companies can, when they join us, can enjoy zero fees, zero gas fees and transactions. They have to do what? They can join MetaChain 1, and they're going to be able to create their own token, join the MetaChain DEX, transfer, and take a project from beginning to end inside MetaChain, from creating the token to selling your token to actually utilizing it in the game. Any questions? I have to go. I should have spoke faster. Thank you.